Class 1 Arithmetic Revision 1. Welcome back, children. We are back after a short break. Hope that everyone is doing well. I sincerely hope that you have followed all the classes done previously and practiced all the sums given in those classes. So, from today, we freshen up your memory about the previous lessons. We will have some revision classes first. So, children, let's begin once again. Today's topic is comparing numbers and skip counting. So, children, what is comparing numbers? I hope you remember what is comparing numbers. Let us talk about them again. Comparing numbers means to see if one number is the same as, smaller than, or greater than the other number. Comparing numbers means to see if one number is the same as, smaller than, or greater than the other number. Greater than means bigger or more, smaller than means less, and equal to means same. Greater than means bigger or more, smaller than means less, and equal to means same. To compare means to examine the differences between numbers, quantities or values to decide if it is greater than, smaller than, or equal to another quantity. By comparing, we can define or find by how much a number is greater or smaller. So, children, imagine you want to buy your comics. You visit two shops searching for the comic. The first store was selling it for 165 rupees and the second store for 195 rupees. Well, you will obviously buy it from the first store. How did you make this decision? Well, you compared their prices. Let us learn more about comparing. Let us recollect the number line. Whole numbers on a number line increase from left to right. It starts from 0 and increases all the way to infinity. So, when we compare any two numbers, the number on the right will always be greater than the number on the left. For example, from the numbers 11, 34, 67, 98. Which is the greatest? Well, the answer is 98, of course. And if you imagine these numbers represented on the number line, you will notice that 98 is the number on the extreme right. 11 and 34, 67 were to the left of 98, making it the greatest number. Let us now focus on how we represent this comparison of numbers. There are some special mathematical signs involved. This symbol is the open mouth of a hungry alligator. An alligator loves to eat bigger and more food. That is why the alligator's mouth is open towards the bigger number. I repeat, this symbol is the open mouth of a hungry alligator. An alligator loves to eat bigger and more food. That is why the alligator's mouth is open towards the bigger number. For example, 78 and 59. Here, 78 is bigger than 59. So, the alligator's mouth is open towards the bigger number. "94 and 125. Here 125 is bigger than 94, and that's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number. When you are asked to show the smaller number, then also the alligator's open mouth will be pointed towards the bigger number. For example, which number is smaller? 198 and 250. Here 250 is bigger than 198. And that's why the alligator's mouth is open towards the bigger number to show which number is smaller. For example, which number is bigger? 278 and 137. Here 278 is bigger than 137. That's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number. Similarly, 189 and 198. 198 is bigger than 189, and that's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number. 299 and 300. 300 is bigger than 299, and that's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number. 134 and 144. Here 144 is bigger than 134, and that's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number. 260 and 206. 260 is bigger than 206. That's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number. Children, look at the chart very carefully. Now, tell me which number is smaller? 161 and 165. Here, 161 is smaller than 165. That's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number. 234 and 256. 256 is bigger than 235, and that's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number. 189 and 139. Here 139 is smaller than 189, and that's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number, and that is 189. 291 and 219. Here 291 is bigger than 219, and that's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number. 120 and 150. 150 is bigger than 120, and that's why the alligator's open mouth is towards the bigger number. Hope you all understood, and at the same time I hope you remember the equal to sign. Look at the chart carefully. Here all the numbers are in pairs and they are equal. Like number 1, 177, number 2, 120, number 3, 251, number 4, 135, and number 5, 199. That is why we put equal to sign. We are done with revising comparing numbers. Now practice the following sums. Compare and fill in the box with the suitable signs. 118 and 115, 105 and 150, 191 and 191, 156 and 165, 139 and 174, 190 and 159, 230 and 230, 289 and 298, 174 and 147, 146 and 186. Circle the biggest number. 17, 37, 29, 151, 115, 105, 118, 114, 116, 169, 189, 199, 200, 299, 300. Circle the smallest number. 129, 130, 126, 249, 156, 120, 185, 158, 168, 203, 239, 237, 143, 134, 124. Write these numbers from smallest to biggest. 110, 118, 116, 117, 128, 113, 224, 214, 218, 270, 240, 250, 132, 172, 153. Write these numbers from biggest to smallest. 125, 137, 134, 264, 284, 290, 163, 129, 130, 189, 294, 164, 117, 119, 115. Today's second topic is skip counting. Let us once again refresh our memory on skip counting. Skip counting deals with counting by numbers other than 1, such as by 2, by 3, by 4, by 5. It helps in arithmetic calculations such as addition, subtraction, and multiplication. We can write different types of possible counting with the help of this concept. It is of great help when we write the multiplication tables. Usually, we start counting with the help of natural numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 till the counting is done. But when we skip and count, we exclude the digits present in between. Let us learn in details here. Skip counting is when a number is increased by the same value each time. Skip count, you add the same number over and over again. It is nothing more than just counting by skipping numbers. Skip counting is just hopping, skipping, and jumping over numbers. It helps us to count faster. Skip counting by 2. Here we add number 2 for each counting in such a manner that the counting is represented in alternate numbers. Suppose we start counting from 2, then skipping the count by 2 for each step we can write as 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and so on. Thus, the above counting shows a series of even numbers. And if we start counting from 1, then the counting will become as odd number series, such as 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, so on. Skip counting by 3. Here we add number 3 for each step of counting. Suppose we start counting from 1. Then skipping the count by 3 for each step we can write as 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28, 31, 34, 37, 40 and so on. In skip counting by threes, we get both even and odd numbers. Skip counting by 4. We add number 4 for each step of counting. Suppose we start counting from 4, then skipping the count by 4 for each step we can write as 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40 and so on. Thus, the above counting shows a series of even numbers, and if we start counting from 1, then the counting will become as odd number series such as 1, 5, 9, 13, 17, 21, 25, 29, 33, 37, 41, so on. Skip counting by 5. When we count skipping 5 numbers in between, then we skip count by 5. Let us start counting from 10 and write the succeeding numbers which comes when we skip the next 5 numbers. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. The digit in the ones place is increasing by 5. In skip counting by 5, all numbers end with a 5 or a 0. I repeat, in skip counting by 5, all numbers end with a 5 or a 0. We are done with revising skip counting. Now, practice the following sums. Skip counting by 2's. Number 1, 15. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 15 by skip counting 2. 30. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 30 by skip counting 2. 42. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 42 by skip counting 2. 10. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 10 by skip counting 2. 80. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 80 by skip counting 2. Skip counting by 3's. 18. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 18 by skip counting 3. 37. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 37 by skip counting 3. 56. Write the next 3 numbers that come after 56 by skip counting 3. 25. Write the next 3 numbers that come after 25 by skip counting 3. Write the 72. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 72 by skip counting 3. Skip counting by 4s. 36. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 36 by skip counting 4. 58. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 58 by skip counting 4. 41. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 41 by skip counting 4. 72. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 72 by skip counting 4. 68. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 68 by skip counting 4. Skip counting by 5s. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 10 by skip counting 5. 45. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 45 by skip counting 5. 21. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 21 by skip counting 5. 70. Write the next 5 numbers that come after 70 by skip counting 5. 80. Write the next 4 numbers that come after 80 by skip counting 5. Fill in the missing numbers by skip counting. Number 1, 15 dash dash 30 dash 40. Number 2, 18 dash 22 dash 26 dash. Number 3, 33 dash 39 dash. Number 4, 51 dash 59 dash. Number 5, 70 dash 74 dash 78. Number 6, 65 dash 71 dash 77. Number 7, 45 dash 55 dash 65 dash. Number 8, 24 dash 32 dash 40 dash. Number 9, 84 dash 92 dash 100. Number 10, 37 dash 41 dash 45 dash dash. Lastly, I hope that you have understood the revision work that has been done today on comparing numbers and skip counting. Please do the assigned work sincerely, and in case of any difficulty, go through the videos and the book. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.